Hi friends, this is Arvind representing Cost Complete Open Source Solution. Friends, once again I am here with an interesting session on Git. Friends, if you are new to this programming world or if you are associated with any IT sector, you might heard a word about Git. Okay, so then what exactly this Git it is and why the people they're using it and how they're using it. If you have those kind of question in your mind, so I will try to answer those questions on this particular session. Okay, so don't without wasting time, so let's have a look on the agenda for the today. So what are the topic we are going to cover for today's session. So this is introduction to Git. Okay, and the agenda. So on this particular session we are going to cover what exactly this Git. Okay, next we are going to cover what are the concepts of Git, then what are the basic commands and how to install and how to use this Git. So we are going to concentrate on this 4 topic. So let's first of all we'll discuss about what exactly the Git it is. Now the Git is what? Just it's a distribution version control system. So maybe right now the word it is like very heavy to understand what exactly this distributed version control system. I will explain. Okay, don't worry. Now next point is what I have written. The Git is developed by the Linus Torvalds in the year 2005. Yes guys, you guess right. So this is the same person who developed the Linux kernel. Okay, so if already he has developed this Linux kernel, then why he developed another tool as a Git? Okay, so right now we will going to focus on what exactly the Git it is. So all we know, the Linux is an open source, yes, so that anyone can contribute their code. So now in this world so many programmers we have, guys. Okay, so if everyone trying to work on a single software or single project, how they can manage it? Is it that many easy to manage? I don't think so. I guess it's too difficult to manage one project by all programmers. So to make it easier, he comes with a concept called Git. Okay, so Git handles all these things of a merging of different source code from different people and maintaining the versions, so that the things provided by Git. So Git is a distributed version control system. I have already told you. So right now we will focus on the words, what exactly this version control system. So let's try to understand the words here. So let's say if you are working on a project, suppose you are one employee and you are the only employee. Suppose you are working on a small or simple project. Okay, so what you have to do, so let's say you write some source code. Okay, and of course you are getting the requirement. Of course you are getting the requirement from someone's, means someone is nothing but what, from your client. So you are getting the requirement from the client and try to make a perfect and small project, which is called your minimum value of product or MVP. Okay, now let's say you developed a product, okay, which has not all the facilities. Suppose this is your first product, but it has missed some facilities, and you checked it's okay, and this is like your product, like you check your product, everything is working fine, but it missed some what facilities. Now what you can say, you can after some day you feel like let's add some features, which the features those who are missing, let's add those features also. So now what you have to do, you need to change again the source code and you need to add, and you have to modify the code for more features. Yes, so after adding the feature, when you present to your client. Let's say the client realize these new features are not quite good. Okay, this new feature, whatever the features you added, that is not quite good, you can remove it. So what you have to do, again you have to modify the code and you have to delete the code, suppose. Okay, so you have done. Now after some weeks, or after some 15 days or 10 days or 1 month, whatever, some client says that, hey, whatever the source code means, whatever the feature you added before, that actually it was very good, I want it again. Then what you have to do again you have to write the code, or if you have any backup, yes, you have, if you have any backup in your Dropbox or something, so you have to copy and you need to paste again. So that means, don't you think you did so many work for it? Okay, you did that, let's say you did that. Now let's say you have developed some different versions like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, after that 2.0, 2.1. So different version you have, multiple version you have developed. So once you develop this multiple version, now your latest version, let's say 2.3 or 2.4 something, 2.4 let's say. But when you are using this 2.4, you realize that the first version actually is better. So now what you have to do? This is a very big challenge. So again you have to maintain all those versions also. So as well as developer, you have to maintain all the versions. So why you need to maintain all those things? This is my question. So why you need to maintain all these versions or all this source code, everything? So why no need to maintain yourself? Because we have a tool, is a very good tool to maintain all those things. So those tools are nothing but what? The version control system tools. So Git is one of them. So what is the role of Git? So it will maintain all your versions, all your source code for you. So that is the reason being we are using what? A Git. And Git, I told you, it is a distributed version control system. So what exactly this distributed version control means? So now we will focus on what exactly this distributed version control. So in distributed version control system, every user has a local copy of the repository in addition to central repo on the server side. So apart from the server side of repository, each user, they have their own local repository also. Let's say you are in a remote location, or you can say you don't have any internet connectivity. So what you can do, if you don't have any repository, so you cannot work over it, right? So you have to wait for the server connectivity or internet connectivity. But in distributed version control system, you have a local copy in your local machine, so that what, if you don't have internet connectivity, or if you don't have any access to the remote server, on your local repository you can work it, and when you get the internet connectivity, then you can just push to your centralized repository. So it will be easy for you to work. So from any location, from anywhere, you can work on your local repository. So that means distributed control version control system is nothing but each and every user, they have their own copy of the repository in the local machine. So it is distributed between each and every user. So that is nothing but what? A distributed version control system. So this is about what exactly the Git it is, and why we are using. Okay, so next, what are the concepts of Git? So we'll discuss about here why and what are the concepts of Git. So it is essentially keep tracking of your code history with a snapshot of your files. And you can make this snapshot by making commit and a simple command, by using some simple command also. And next you can always go back and check the previous snapshot. Yes, so, and you can put your codes on the staging area before actually going to commit or writing to the snapshot. And this is these things are done by what, running some simple commands. I will show you also what are the commands we have for the gits. And now we can go back and we can check the important commands also. So this is the concept of git, so while using, now we will check the commands also. So these are the basic commands for the git. So first is what, git init. So git init is we are using to initialize the local git repository. So you need to go to the folder with the command line or graphically anywhere. So git so it will create once you run this command git init, so it will create a .git folder on your project. Actually this .git is a what, you know, it's a hidden folder. Okay, so once you initialize the folder, then we can work on the folder as a your project, as a your repository also you can say, and you can start running the other commands as well. So this is the use of what, git init. Then next is what, git add and the file name. So git add and the file name is nothing but to add a file to specify the staging area on the index, and you can ready to commit. So staging area is nothing but the area where you can edit your repository, or you can edit your codes, your files, anything. So git, then what you can do, you can run this command as many times as you need before committing. So this command also you have to execute before committing. So committing is nothing but I will come to that commit part, so let's wait. Then next is what, git status. So git status is nothing to check the status of the file on the staging area. So once you have modification done or any changes done, then if you want to check the status, then you can check with this git status. Okay, so once you run this git started, it will show you like the difference between the staging area and working tree also, it will show you the difference. So once you have done, or once you check your git status, then you can use this git commit. So git commit, why you are using this git commit? So through the git commit you have to add some commit, or you have to add some update actually, why the changes you have done, or who make the changes, why the changes has been made by the any user or people, anywhere you can say. Then once you commit everything, then you have to use git push. So git push, we are running this command to push the local repository to your remote repository or central repository you can say. So if you have updated everything in your local repository, then to push the central repository such as git or big bucket, you can use this command to git push. So once you push, now suppose someone pushed its changes or the local repository so to the central repository, I want to clone it, or I want to download it. So, or if you want to pull the changes, if you want to check what are the changes happened, so we can use for what, git pull. Okay, so after once you pull, then you can you can clone it, and once you clone, so whatever the directory or whatever the files we have in the central repository, it will come to your local repository and you can use it. So this is the these are some basic commands about the git clone. So I will show you the demonstration also, and on the demonstration I'm going to use all those commands. Next, how to install the git. So installing of git, it is very simple. So if you have any Linux of Debian family, so you can use apt-get and install the git, or if you have Fedora, Red Hat, so yum install you can use, for Mac, so you have to follow this URL to download. Okay, you have to follow this URL to download, and if you have Windows also you can follow this URL to download, so that you can download. So let me show you the demonstration part first. So before that I will show you how to download it is. So let me go to the browser. So this is the URL you have to type, gitscm.com or /download. If you want to download Windows or something, you can use /win or Mac, but if you open it, it will show you how to, which page you have to download. So here just you have to click here, then once you click it will download. So once you download, then just install. The installation process is very simple guys, there is no complication. Okay, so normal installation, so you know how to install in Windows, so just install. So once you install, then it will install in your Windows machine and you can use Git. So I have already installed. Let me show you the demonstration part. So guys, let me create first a folder which I want to create that folder as my project, so that I can use that folder for my project or something. So I will create one folder called, let's say, whatever you name, you can create as anything, let's say my project, whatever. So it will create one folder. So now if you want to open the Git bash here, so right click, once you install, then it will allow to open the Git bash. So open the Git bash here. So I open this bash prompt of the Git here in my system, in the Windows machine. So my platform is Windows, so I can create here and just open this folder as well as also, and just let me minimize it so that you can check what changes happened once you create. So this is my Git bash prompt guys. So if you install and if you open, so it will allow to open the Git bash in your system. So once you create the folder, right now I have to run my code, so I have to create files where I can put my codes. Okay, so let me create some files. So touch, let's say index.html, and touch, let's say app.js, one JSON file, one HTML file. So let me create. So here it will show you the content. So one app.js and one index.html file has been created. Now you have to write the HTML code for this one. So I'm using one more application, that is nothing but Atom, for this like file editor for this Windows. You can install any other also, we have multiple editor for Windows. So here I am going to use Atom. So let's wait to open this Atom, the editor, file editor for Windows. It takes some time. Yeah, so it's open. So this Atom you can use for what? To edit the file. So let me come to the file. So add a project folder, then you can come to desktop and you can add this my project as the project folder. So it will show you the content, file content. So right now let's go to this HTML file and here write some HTML code. So basic HTML code you know how to write. Let me write some code, let's say HTML, then some header you have to write. Okay, so once you write the header, then you can put the title. So normal HTML code guys. So let's say my app, something, anything you can type, just type it. So my app title, the end the title with a slash. Okay, next you have to close the header also. So with a slash head, and then you have to write your body, anything you can type, but thus you have to follow the syntax. Let's say anything, so this is suppose my app. Otherwise anything you can type. Then you have to close the body as well. So once you close the body, then you have to close the HTML as well. So this is the code I have done, HTML code. So once you're done, then please save it. Okay, so once you save, now come here and let's start what git, let command git init. So initialize. Okay, so to initialize the folder, like this folder as a project. So once you hit enter, then it will create one .git folder. So inside that we have some files, so no need to do anything inside the file, so leave it. Okay, so just git init. So sometime what happen for Windows machine, this hidden folder, it is not visible. If it is not visible, then you can go to your setting and just on what, just click on this extension hidden folder also. It will show you the extension with the hidden folder. So once you initialize, so it will create. So once you created this one, then you have to create what, one user for this git, and you have to create one mail account for this git also. So how to create a user for this git? So let me click it. So git config, then -- global, then user dot name. After user dot name, you have to write the username. Let's say my name, any name you can put. Yes, so enter. Now just use the mail ID. Yes, so mail, user dot mail, then the mail ID you have to define here. Anything, so I can use example.com, suppose, anything. So you created one user account for this project and you assign one mail account for the project. So anything that could be. So right now you need to add this index.html file to this project. So how to add? So command, git add. So git add, then the file name index.html. So once you add this one, so then it will add it to the staging area. So now check git status. It will show you is one is added and this is on track. It means this app.js is not added. So just I added this index.html to staging area. If you want to remove before committing, how to remove? So this is the way, git rm hyphen catch chhed, then the file name. So it will remove. Now if you want to add all, means whatever the files, everything, if you want to add with a single command to the staging area, so we can use git add, then dot. So once you use git add, so everything it will add to your staging area. So enter. Now check git status. See, everything is right now added to your staging area. Right now you can if you want to change anything or if you want to write something, you can write. Okay, so now if you want to commit, let's say I have done my editing, I have done my changes. So if you have done everything, now you can go for what, commit. So how to commit? So simple, git commit -m is the option to define your commit. Then within code you have to write, let's say initial commit, suppose. Okay, enter. Now it will show you is committed. Now if you want to check git status, enter. So nothing is to commit, everything is done. So everything is committed, so there is no file for staging area to commit. Okay, now go to this app.js file and let's write something. Okay, so let me write something here. Let's say console.log is then any word you can use. Let's say anything, let's say hello, anything. So once you're done, then save. Now once you save, check the git status once again. Git status. So here it is showing one file is modified. Okay, so it is showing right now I just modified the app.js file, so that is the reason being it is showing what one file has been modified, and you need to commit this file. So before going to commit, you need to add it, okay, to the staging area. So once you have done, then simple again what git add dot, then you can check git status. There is modified and is added. So once you added, now git commit -m, then any message, anything. So like you can write changed app.js. So anything you can type. So now enter. So once you have done, now you can check the status. Let's say git status. So again everything is committed. Now let's see, everything it is running on one branch called what master. So we have concept of branching also. Branching is nothing but, suppose you are a developer or you want to write some code, so no need to write in the master branch. So what we can do, we can write in your you can create one more branch, and in that branch you can write your code. And once you feel the code, whatever you have written, everything is fine, or it is good actually for your project or something, then we can merge that codes to the master branch. So that is the reason being it is what version control. So it will control, it will take care of all your source code and versions by creating what a branch. So this facility also we have in Git to create what different branches. Now let me create one new branch, and on that new branch I want to create something. So once I create, then I can merge those changes to this master branch also. So that part right now we will discuss about how to create new branches and how to merge the branch to the master. So to create a new branch, then git branch, the command. Okay, then the branch name, any name as you wish. So let's say anything. I want to create a branch called login to maintain all the login status, suppose, and hit enter. So once you hit enter, then it will show you once you hit it created. Now if you want to check, let's say git status. So git status, it will not show you what the branch has been created, but it will show you on which branch you are in, means in which branch you are working. So it is showing what you are in the master branch. Now if you want to move to the login branch from the master branch, so how to log in? So command is what git checkout. So git checkout, so checkout what allow to log in. So checkout and the branch name login I created. So right now it will show you and it will give you one acknowledgement switching to branch login. Now check git status. So once you hit enter with the git status, it will show you on which branch you are in. So you are in the login branch. Okay, so in the login branch, let me create one file once again. Let's say login.html. Suppose one HTML file I want to create. Okay, so once you create, then hit enter, it will create. So it will reflect here as well as it will reflect here also. Getting? So both the places it will reflect. Now once you create this login.html, now come to this login.html. Yes, and write something here, let me create nothing, just I have written like login, just for example. So once you have written, then save it, and once you save, come to your indexed file also, and let me do some modification here. Let me put it a single exclamatory here, suppose, then save it. So once you save, so everything is fine. So once everything is fine, then you need to, once your editing and your modification is done, what you have to do, then git add. So once you've done git add, dot means everything it will added to staging area. So once you added, now you can go for git commit -m, then anything, any message. Okay, let's say login form, anything as you wish, then enter. So now is committed. Now if you want to check the status, you can check git status. So it will show you sorry, spelling mistake. So everything it will show you is committed, nothing to do. Now right now I'm in login branch. Okay, and in login branch I have done what, two changes. One, I created one file called login.html, and inside this html index.html file I put it one exclamatory. Now if you move from login branch to your master branch, then what will happen, these two means this content, the login.html content, it will remove from here. Okay, and the changes what we have done in the index.html file with this exclamatory also, it will disappear, because you move from one branch to another branch. So in another branch it will not show you whatever the changes you have done. So let me move. So git checkout, let's say master, so hit enter. See, so it remove from here, and in index.html file I put it one exclamatory also. So right now that exclamatory also it has been removed, means it's disappeared. Why? Because that changes I have done in one specific branch. So on this branch, master branch, I didn't do anything. So whatever the source code I have before, right now also I'm getting the same. Yeah, so right now if you want to add or if you want to merge those two branches, then you can merge. So once you merge, then it will show you the changes here and here as well. So how to merge? Let me merge git merge and the what branch name, login is the branch name. Yeah, okay. See, so once you merge here, it is showing this login.html as well as it will show you what, the exclamatory symbol also. Yes, so right now it's done. Now I will show you if you want to push it to your remote, means your remote repository or centralized repository. So how we can push it? So let me show you that part as well. So I have we have so many centralized repository like Bitbucket, we have Git. So first of all you have to log into the GitHub. So I will show you So let me show you GitHub tab login. So obvious, if you don't have any account, first off you have to create your account, and you know this is free. So I have created one account for myself and it is free. I can use without any payment. So my account is this one and my password this one. So I created with this with my credential to this Git. So once you come to your Git, so what you can do, we can create a project. Okay, so let me maximize it. Yeah, so come to the plus sign and come to this new repository, create a new repository. So repository name is nothing but what the you can take any name, but I will take here like what the name which I define. What is the directory name? It's a my app, right? So I will create with that name only. So let me minimize it. Yeah, so my app. Yes, so once you create, then it will show you in description. If you want to add, you can add or leave it, that is not mandatory. Now it will show you like how you can make it. So if you want to make it public, that means what, anyone from outside also they can access your repository. And if you want to make it private, so we can check and you can access the repository. So right now let it be like public, and it will show you initialize a repository with a readme. Right now I'm not touching this part. I will show you if you want to create any readme file. So readme file is nothing but what, guys, the description of your repository, how we can use it, because maybe someone don't know about your repository and they don't know what are the content you have inside your repository, for what you are creating it. So we have to create a readme file, so that you have to mention all your stuff's information about your repository in the readme file. So for right now I am not going to create anything, just let it as usual and just create a repository right now. So once you create a repository, here it will show you a page, nothing it's there, just it will show you how you can use it. Okay, so first of all it will ask you to run a command git init. So we have done this part to initialize. Then you have to add readme.md. so readme I have already told you, it is nothing but what, the documentation part about your repository. And md stands for what, markdown, but right now we are not going to touch this part. Right now what we have to do, Git Remote Add Origin and this URL. What will happen if you add, it will add to your remote repository. So before going to add, let me show you Git Remote. So Git Remote is a command. Okay, so it will show you the list of the remote repository. So right now we don't have anything because we do not add any remote repository. So what we have to do, first of all we have to add, we have to run this command to add. So let me copy and let me paste it here. Okay, so now hit enter. Okay, some error github my dot what is not found. Let me check, or let me create one repository, new repository, suppose Maya one, anything as you can use, or you can take my app one. So let it be. Yeah, so let me this one copy, let it paste. Yes, yeah, right now it's taking. So any name you can take, if any like if you are getting any issue, you can create one more. So you can delete also. I will show you how to delete. So right now it is there. So right now check Git Remote. So right now we have what? Origin. So once you've done, now just to refresh this page. So once you refresh, now come and import the code. So once you import the code, so okay, so yeah, now refresh. 1 second, let me refresh. Now okay, so once you've done, then you have to push. So run git push to push the remote repository -u and origin, then master. Yes, so it will push everything to your remote repository. Yeah, so once you push everything, now let me, yeah, so once you push everything, now what are the files we have? It will reflect here. So once it will reflect here, so that what we can, it will push everything to your remote repository. Now here it will add you people interested to the repository to understand your project. So add a readme.md file. So let me create a readme.md file, markdown. MD stands for markdown. Okay, enter. So once you enter, open this atom and come to this readme.md. okay, and write something here. So just actually it is the file where you can put your documentation part, or you can put your information about your repository. Okay, so let me here, I will start with some hash, and let's say my app, anything, as I can mention anything. So let's say anything, my app. So let's say I will write this is my application. Okay, so once you have done, then just save. So once you save, now you have to run what? Git add, then Git commit -m, anything, then you can write added readme.md file, anything. Once you're done, now so if you come to this browser, it is not reflecting. If you refresh also, it will not reflect here readme. So what you have to do, you need to push again, so to the remote repository. So git push, git push. Okay, so once you hit enter, then it will push to your remote repository. Yeah, so now if you refresh, yeah, so readme.md file is pushed to your remote repository, and whatever you have written, so it will reflect here. Now this is the way how we can push. Now let's say someone try to download it or clone it for itself, and they want to use it. So how they can do it, how they can clone and download? So they can click on this link. So once you click, it will show you could download as a zip, or you can clone by using this URL. So let me copy this URL. So once you copy, let me create one more folder. Let's say new folder like my app, let's say 2. Okay, and if you open with the git bash here, now how to clone, you know, the command is git clone, and just paste it here. Yes, so everything is cloned. Now if you will check this git my app to folder, see everything is cloned. Now if you will come and if you open, so these files you can, so you can open, you can edit, Okay, so once you edit, you can push again to the local remote repository. So this is the basic, guys. I've covered all the commands, all the concept of the basic, how you can initialize a project file, and how you can add, how you can commit, yes, how you can push to your remote repository, how you can create your means branch, how you can merge the branch. So this most of the common part, means the basic part we have done. So if you are not started using Git, so what I will suggest, please start and using this Git. It is very good. So let me conclude myself. So this is the basic part which I have done, guys. So okay, so if you are not started Git, so I would again request, please start Git and stay with us. So, and if you want to join in different courses, so course will provide multiple courses with some exciting offer price. So if you want to interested to join with us or to be a part with us, you can contact with this mail ID and this contact number. And once again, thank you to watching my video. Bye.